Yesterday was day 202 of daily demonstrations in the city of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, in the county of Pasquotank County, North Carolina. It has been 202 days of daily demonstrations since the police murder of Andrew Brown Jr. that the county and the city governments are trying their best to pretend never happened. But wait, they wrote Black Lives Matter on the street. How could I forget? You know, that's the most important thing that's ever occurred ever. But either way, you know, the Pasquotank County Board of Commissioners decided to give the entire county department a raise. That's cool. They delayed the removal of the Confederate monument that was voted to be removed in July of 2020. So over a year ago, the Board of Commissioners decided to remove the Confederate statue, and then ever since the killing of Andrew Brown Jr., they've been delaying it. I think that's purposeful. The 7 sheriff deputies who are responsible for murdering Andrew Brown Jr., shooting him in the back of the head as he was attempting to escape, they are still on the force. The Pasquotank County, specifically, the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Department has a policy guidebook that says, in the guidebook written by Tommy Wooten, the sheriff, it explicitly states you should not shoot a fleeing suspect. It says specifically, regardless if they're in a vehicle, etc. Well, they violated their own policy and Andrew Brown Jr. was killed. On April 21st, when they assassinated Andrew Brown Jr., several stray bullets from the really bad aim and marksmanship of the sheriff deputies went into friendly vehicles. They almost shot and killed each other when they were trying to execute Andrew Brown Jr. Several bullets went into the neighborhood, one entering a neighbor's house, breaking through several walls, and eventually being stopped by a crock pot in the kitchen. By the grace of God, they were not in the path of that bullet. They could have been somewhere in the kitchen making breakfast. It was 8:30 in the morning. They could have been in the living room watching television. It was 8:30 in the morning. But fortunately, they weren't. But they could have been killed. And would anyone have ever known? Would their body have just been decomposing in the house until someone found out about that? Who knows how that would have went. But either way, there was no reprimanding. Oh, wait, just kidding. Actually, they got paid vacation. That was their reprimanding. They got in trouble. And so we all know that when you get in trouble, you get paid vacation. You get to stay at home, kick your feet up on the coffee table, watch Netflix all day, and you get paid for it. Wow. That's a real hell of a punishment. Again, folks, I need you to understand Pasquotank County is a lawless county. They do not enforce the law. They only control populations that they deem to be undesirable. The law is irrelevant. Their policy handbook is irrelevant. It doesn't make any difference what the law says. It doesn't make any difference what their policy says. It doesn't make any difference what they say during political campaign ads and speeches. The only thing that matters is if they kill someone, will they be held accountable? So far, the answer is no. So, what good is a law if you can just, go to 8-month training course, get a gun from the government and kill anyone you want, and then get away with it? If I were working at Muddy Waters Coffee Shop, and let's say I took out a knife and stabbed someone in the back of the head, would I get paid vacation? Or would I go to jail immediately? Think about that. How come it's any different for police officers? That's my question.